it's Marla Martenson, and you are watching another episode of Conversations with Cupid. And I'm again so excited because I've got Linda Deir with me, and I've got Ray with me, and we are going to be asking the universal channel. You see this universal channel? It's like a Ouija board, but it's something that Linda and Ray developed, and we're going to be asking some questions. So Linda wrote a book called Guided. And it is the story, it's a memoir, and it is the story of her life as a small child. She was abused and came from a very difficult background, and her guides, her angels, came to the rescue, and they kind of, she grew up with them. They raised her. And so it's an amazing book. And we're going to put all the links down there, and I'm going to tell you later why you should get the book, because it talks about how she developed this channel, this universal channel, this board to connect with our guides. And so today, what we're going to do is a little bit of life coaching and show you what Linda and Ray do, because you guys can get a life coaching session. They gave me one in the last video. I'll put a link to that. But we're going to call this show Life Coaching with Your Spirit Guide Angels. What you should know right now. So what we're going to do is the messages are going to come through, and Linda, take it away and tell us the format on what we're going to do for everybody.
Hey, Marla. Thank you for having us, Marla. We love your Skype, YouTube channel videos. They're
Thank you.
All of them. We like them all.
Thank you.
Okay, Ray, say hi to Marla.
Hi, Marla.
Okay, so the format for this session is the Spirit Guide Angels will open the session by telling you what they see as the most important thing for you to know at this particular time in your life. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. They're going to open it, and then when they're done with that, we will ask them 3 questions around what they said, and then when they answer those questions one at a time, they will close the session with their closing message to all of you. Okay?
Awesome. So everybody, we're going to get a wonderful message from the guides today.
Now, what we do when we do this is the Spirit Guide Angels are here with us now. They're here. And Ray has been assigned to speak out their messages to you, like he always is. So here they go.
We are glad to be with you here today. We see that all of you are concerned with the future. Most people want to have things the same as they were in the past. They don't want to change. They find change difficult and almost impossible to fit into their lives. They prefer to accept transition. However, we see them as 2 entirely different things. We see change as good and transition as bad. When people change, they first must make a decision to change, to do something different, to alter their lifestyle. When people refer to transition, they often use it when they are between jobs. They say, I'm in transition, which is like saying, I'm in chaos. Transition is chaos, and we do not understand why people enjoy being in chaos. We see it as a response to an overextended lifestyle, overextended in all ways, compromise in many areas of their life, their jobs, their relationships, their friends and family. We say you cannot be in transition at all. You must make deliberate changes. Wanting everything to go back to the way it was before is another way of avoiding change. You hope or you pray that things will just work out on their own. However, praying and hoping are weak strategies for your life. You must deliberately make a decision that you will embrace change as it happens in your life. It's very simple. Here's an analogy. You pick up the remote and change the channel to something different. What if you tried to change the channel and found that every channel had the same or similar things? This is what you must do in your life. Make a total change without compromising, without compromising your integrity or your values, while making a change. You will find that change will move you along on your path much faster than transitioning.
Wow, that's powerful. And I always thought that, I always say, oh, I'm transitioning into this or that, because I thought it sounded like more of a smooth thing. You know, I'm transitioning instead of changing.
Yeah, that's interesting, Marla.
Yeah.
A big distinction. There's a big difference between those, evidently, from what they're talking about. And I'm going to ask 3 questions around what they just said.
Okay.
Okay. What should readers take away from this message today?
You should realize the distinction between change and transition, and study your life to see which one you are doing.
The second question is, why is this information timely?
Yes.
This information is timely because every day you hear advertisements trying to get you to transition. Buy a new this or that. Overextend yourself even more than you are now. You don't need to transition to a new car. You need to change your reality about transportation.
That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
and that's the guide said last time we spoke, that people should pare down their lifestyle instead of overextending financially and everything, and get a simpler lifestyle so that they're not stressed about money.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to ask that third question around what they said. How can readers best apply this information to their lives right now? And here they go.
We would say to make a list of all the things you need to change in your life. Examine them one by one to see if you are invested in not changing them, but only trying to get by with transitioning them. Anybody in your life that you make exceptions for or compromise your values or integrity for needs to be changed in your life. Anything that keeps you from your own path and gets you off course all the time needs to change. You must look at change as something that's good and not painful.
And there we have it. Now, that's the completion of this session.
Okay.
And now, this is a normal program. This is normally how they operate.
Mm-hmm.
Opening message, questions, closing message. So here's their closing message. In other words, this is the Spirit Guide Angels format, not ours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is something we follow.
Okay.
What do we know? Okay, so
All right.
Here they go with their closing message, Marla.
Okay.
Look at yourself and take a long look in the mirror. Do you see a person who desires change but is unwilling to put forth the effort? What will my friends say? How will my family react? What if I just quit my job to do what I've always wanted to do? Once you align your vibration with the power of change rather than accepting the current transition you find yourself in, you will be on your way to a new and improved life. You will begin to love that person in the mirror.
And that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. And everybody, well, Linda, to explain why, if you read guided, that you're really then going to understand exactly what's going on here, because it might be if somebody's tuning in and looking and they're like, "What the heck's going on?"
Yeah,
moving there.
yeah. This is something that came to me in my later 30s. Actually, I never knew about connecting with the spirit guides like this. Mm-hmm. I really never messed around with it. I never did it. And they came to me in my first channeling session from my dream teacher at the time. This was in 1988, December of 88. And they asked me to create a talking board, co-create it with them, one that did not cause fear and caution, so people would have access to their own spirit guide angels. Here's what they said, Marla. They said, we're coming into difficult times. Now, they don't see time as linear like we do. Okay, so they've seen where we're at right now in the world. Okay, they've seen this coming in 1988. They said they needed me to do this. Okay, and they needed this out there so people would have. It's a teaching tool. There's absolutely nothing on it that would suggest, scary stuff or anything at all. It's more like it's very clean, and it was designed by them through my dreams. Mm-hmm. It came through my dreams, and this is what they wanted. Okay, and here it is. So it's their way. It's another way. I call it the training wheels to learning to contact your guides. Okay, because eventually people can. Ray and I can do this. We can go around like we don't need to use this. We can use a pendulum, and it works great. And we can even just, get the information telepathically now, all the time, in our dreams in all kinds of different ways. So this what it does is it gets your intuitive juices working, okay? So your guides, you recognize and you can detect when they're sending you messages, very subtle, very loving, okay? So that's what this is. And we actually use this in all of our sessions so that people understand how this works, and they know when we do sessions for them that this information's right on the money. Yes. Because they come through with that opening message, and we don't know these people. Right. Okay, they come through, and there it is. Okay.
Yeah, because when we did one with me, you didn't know the details of my life, and it came right through and what I needed to hear. It was awesome.
And this is what humanity needs to understand right now. I'm gonna put something in here, okay? We always kind of move into that territory that might be a little uncomfortable for people, but people are uncomfortable anyway. Right. So here we go. All right. At least this will pay off if they listen. We do the CR News reports. It's another arm of our business through channeled readings, okay? And they've been, for a while now, they've been talking about how we're going through a lot of changes. In other words, you either walk through the door willingly or you wait to get pushed, but you're going through that door, all right? So there's no sense in holding on and hanging on to if you can't hang on to it, if it's something that's stressing you out right now and it's making you uneasy, if you're overextended financially, you're overextended emotionally, you're with the wrong people, whatever it happens to, in the wrong job, whatever it happens to be, one, maybe all of those things, you may as well walk through the door and instead of waiting to get pushed.
Right. Because
we are coming into, in the next couple of years, we're in it right now. In the next couple of years, it's going to get real. Mm-hmm. Okay? So they're trying to help you all make a willing move forward, not a transition. That's why they said this. But we didn't know what they were going to talk to you all about today. But they are talking about change, something powerful and deliberate, you know, and that's what people need to listen to here. It'll save them a lot of trouble down the road, you know. And in Guided, it talks about all the different changes I went through, and because I followed my guidance most of the time, okay. And it tells on me in Guided too when I didn't. Okay, Guided is a very transparent story. Okay, they insisted on it. They didn't let me get away with anything.
Right.
All right.
Right. Yeah.
And so Guided tells a story. It shows you how I walked through it, so you can walk through it.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you guys can order one of these, your own boards, on her website.
Yeah, you can get our board. You can get the lessons that come with the board, which is very important. $47. All right.
Yeah.
And it's an email course. Very powerful. And you can get the book. You can come to the website, Linda Deir. That's Linda, D as in David, EIR.com. That's my website. Go there. You'll see the book, Guided, and the other book I wrote. And in that website, you'll see everything that's there. You can sign up for Linda's weekly Guided Insights, and you get a free insight. You got one.
I got one today. It was fantastic.
I know. And the new YouTube channel just went up today.
Yes.
Got that working. Going to have a YouTube about Live a Guided Life video series, and it'll be a new one each week about, and I'll be using Guided as the template to walk people through this so they can learn, they can get on their own yellow brick road and make these changes.
I love it.
It's not an option anymore.
Right.
If people know it, they know that something's not right, you know, and they're not being told the truth, Marla. You turn the TV on, you turn the radio on, you're not getting the truth about what's happening, you know. And in our CR news reports, that's the other arm of what we do. It talks about what's going on. Okay, it's the news before it happens. These are news predictions about events that are yet to come, that are right there in front of us. So we can be forewarned, and we don't become a casualty of these events. In fact, we're empowered by them.
Awesome. I love it.
That's our work. That's our work.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks
You're
for the
welcome,
message.
Marla.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay, Marla. Bye-bye.